Ananta Vandeshi Radhika Charnata Uvijan Samhita Vrindavanam Shri Gauranga Nityananda Shri Vaitya Chandra Kadavara Shivasri Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. So this is Adhik Mas class, Krishna Karnamrita, from verse number 77, describing the experiences of Bilmangala Thakur. We have to keep in mind who is Bilmangala Thakur and who are we. Why is he speaking like this? Why is he writing like this? We're somewhere on the devotional path to success, not very high on the path. Maybe at North Liberty, hopefully at Nishta. But now that's from our side, but on Bilmangala Thakur's side, he's a Prema Bhakta. He's reached the perfection of Bhakti Bhajan. And he's become qualified to get direct reciprocation with Krishna, the Radharani, but mostly Krishna, because he's in Sakhi Bhav, he's in the mood of Radharani, so he's always identifying with that mood of Madhurya Rati, and amorous love for Krishna. So he or she, you can say, in Sadhguru, he's always hankering to see his beloved Krishna, to have darshan. So Krishna reciprocates with him many times and gives him direct darshan. So he's describing in these verses. So what is the effect on us? What is the value of it to us?
Inspiration.
Yes, thank you. These verses, this revelation, these experiences, these are not made up. This is not some novel, some fiction. This is a documentary. This is a biography, the autobiography of a Premi Bhakta. Bilmangala Thakur is known as Leela Shuk. He's chasing it. Happiness, Sukh or Shuk, whatever it is, happiness of Leela, or he's speaking about Leela like a parrot, very poetically describing the poetic Sanskrit language, his direct experiences, Sakshatkar Darshan of Krishna. What does he look like? What does he smell like? What does he feel like? How does he approach you when you're a prema? Does he run to you? Does he hide from, show you and hide? So these verses, Krishna's Kaviraj reveals in his commentary. The Bilmangala Thakur in 4 verses, 77, 8, 9, 80, Bilmangala is describing how Krishna is approaching him. So that, as we heard, that'll give us some inspiration to qualify ourselves to be approached by Krishna. Krishna is only attracted and only approaches love. We're made of love and living for love and experiencing love for Krishna and absorbed in loving sentiments for Krishna. Surely he will approach us also very quickly. So this verse 77 is describing how Krishna approaches his Prema Bhakta. What does he look like? So verse 77 says, Leela Shuk says, Dhanupala Dayata Stanastali Danya Kumkum Asa Nata Kantaye Venu Gita Gati Mula Vedase Brahma Rashi Mahase Namo Namah. So, what does he see? He sees Krishna walking towards him, and Krishna is making some song with his flute, Venu Gita, and he's expert in the song he's singing is the sum total and the root of all musical notes, and all possible music is some gati mo. Gati mo means the root, the mo. Mo means root. The root, the basis of the Vedas say means he knows. Krishna knows the root of all music, the basis of all music, and he's playing that music with his flute. And who is this flute player? He's Dhanapala. Dhanu means cow, and he's protector of the cows. And he's marked in a special way. Like you see, devotees of different Ishtadevatas, they mark their bodies with symbols of their Ishtadevata. Like if you're a worshiper of Vishnu, you mark your body with conch shell or chakra. On your arms, you draw a chakra and tilak, or you can get some tattoo, a Sudarshan chakra or a conch shell, a shank. If you're a Shaivite, you'll mark your body with 3 lines of the horizontal tilak. Not Urdhva. Urdhva Pandra is for Vaishnava. Urdhva means up, going up, vertical. That's for Vishnu, Ram, Krishna bhaktas. So they mark their bodies. They mark their body, they draw cobras on their arms and stuff. They wear skull rings, like some heavy metal guys or some hard rocker with some ring with some skull on it. You know, to make them look like they're worshipping Bhutas and Pretas, which they do. So, and tilak is a sign that we are worshipping a particular Ishtadev, and also a sign that we belong to an Ishtadev. Just like cows in India, they get a clip in their ear. They put some kind of identification number in their ear. Apparently the earlobe isn't so sensitive, so we can pierce our ears, we don't die. So we can wear earrings and stuff. So they pierce the cow's ear, put a number there, a name, so they can trace the owner of that cow. So it's identification. So how does Bilmangal see Krishna? What is his identification? And as I said, tilak means identifying who your Ishtadevata is, Shiva, Ram, etc. And what your parivar, what your connection to Krishna is, through what line of acharyas, what line of realized souls. What it's called parivar means family of devotees, family of gurus. So what is your identity and who do you belong to? So Krishna is identifying himself and showing who he belongs to, and Bilmangal Thakur is recognizing, oh, you're a coward, boy. You take care of cows, but you don't belong to the cows. You belong to some girls that wear saffron on their breasts. How do you say that? Because that kumkum is all over your chest. Your chest is blue, like a rain cloud, and kumkum is red. It's like anurag, the intense loving attachment you always have. They announce it like a flag above a temple. Or if you're a pirate on the ship, what does your flag say?
Skull and crossbones.
Skull and crossbones. Skull and bones, cross. Means if you mess with me, I'm going to kill you. I have a knife between my teeth. Kill you. And steal all your gold coins from your boat. So that's a pirate. So Krishna's flag on his chest is, I'm not Dhanupal, Who am I? I'm Dayata Stana Stali. Dayata, Dayata means my beloved, my lover. Stana means breast. Stali means situated. And Danya Kumkum. It says Danya Kumkum. Word Danya means fortunate, means blessed, means so Krishna feels blessed to be marked by the gopis' kumkum from her breast. Because that kumkum on her breast is announcing what? The kumkum on her breast is announcing the intense anurag in her heart. Anurag is red in color. Anurag. Rag means red, means passion. And we say Raganuga Bhakti, means passionate bhakti. Fired up bhakti. They're driven by a passion, a loving passion to serve Krishna's amorous pastime. That's Rag Marg in Gopi Bhav. So this Kumkum considers itself very fortunate. It's blessed, Danya Kumkum, because not Kante. Because it's Kanti, it's giving effulgence to Gopinath. Danya Kumkum Asha not Kante. Kanti means, like we say, Divya Kanti means effulgent, radiant. Tapta Kanchana, where's that Kanti word? Anyway, it's Kanti means effulgent. Can't think of it now. So the Kanti, the effulgence that Krishna is sporting on his chest is from the gopis' kumkum, which considers itself fortunate because now that kumkum is announcing the gopis' victory over Krishna. When you conquer a kingdom, what do? You lower the king's flag and raise your flag. You're not in charge of this kingdom anymore. My coat of arms, my symbol, my flag. What is Nanda Maharaj's flag?
Peacock.
What kind of peacock? What's this mean? I don't know sign language. I only know English.
Opening the feathers. Peacock with open feathers.
The flag above Nanda Maharaj's palace is an ecstatic dancing peacock with all feathers flying out. Full technicolor. And I haven't heard any description of Radharani's flag. Maybe she doesn't know. She's going across the road. I don't know. I haven't read any description. Yeah, she doesn't need one. She doesn't have to announce her rulership. Some people show off their wealth. Some people are just wealthy. Some people like to show off their wealth. But really, super rich people hide their wealth. So Radharani, she knows she's a conqueror. So because this kumkum proves that Krishna's blue flag has been replaced with the Radharani's red flag. Or Dayata Stana Stali Danya Kumkum. That kumkum feels fortunate because my Dayata, my Radharani, defeated Krishna and lowered his blue flag, lowered his peacock flag, and raised my red flag. Because there is the proof. My flag is flying on the palace of his chest. His chest is a palace. Palace of what?
Blue sapphires.
Palace of Cupid. Has to be. Can't that be? So Danya Kumkum Nata Kanti. And now Krishna, because he's proud of his connection. He's proud of being conquered by his Dayata Radharani. So he's making noise. And when you get married in America, they tie a bunch of empty beer cans on the back of the car. They do. Not soda cans. I mean, you're old enough now, you know. It's an empty beer can, 20, 30 empty beer cans with ropes. And the bride and the groom get, I don't know what they do, rush or what they do. And then get in the car, and maybe the father or the husband buys a new car, or get a new car doing it. See anything else? So then they drive down the street, makes all kinds of noise, blah, blah, blah. Everybody looks, oh, some poor guy. Or whatever, lucky guy, whatever. Makes a whole lot of noise, like crazy noise. You don't get any ticket, but you do it, you're not getting married until they get arrested.
You don't get arrested, you get a ticket. Come on.
Okay, you get a ticket for making noise. Okay, sorry.
America's not that
It's bad.
bad. Yeah. You gotta waste
She's not that bad. But you said bad. You said not that bad. You say not that good. You said not that bad.
Try to tell the truth.
Okay, I'm a little forgetful, you know. There's 2 points here. I never was married. The second point,
That shows.
I've been here for 40 years, so I'll give you a break. I forgot. Or anyone out there forgot me. Anyway, whatever. So Krishna's really proud of his identity and proud of being conquered by Radharani's love and wearing her kumkum on his chest. So he's playing his flute. Vedangita Gati Mula Vedase, expertly mastering all the possibilities of music and all the ragas and all the talas and everything possible. He's coming to approach Bill Mangala Thakur announcing this. So let's see the translation. I think I read it right or not. The saffron on the breast of the Gopa damsels is indeed blessed, for it's marking Krishna, making him look all the more radiant and exultant. Kanti. Krishna is the creator. Vedas say means creator. Vedas say creator of sweet songs of the flute and all other wonderful notes. Krishna is the creator of countless Brahmas. I pay repeated obeisances to the effulgent Sri Krishna. So let's see what the commentators say. Oh, there's not a translation. We can read this verse. Okay, 77. Namo Namaha. Tulsi Krishna. We have our inborn programs, you know. Namas. We all like little robots, you know. We hear a code word, we shift into the mode, you know. Namo Nama. I bow again and again before Krishna, whose glowing complexion is embellished with kumkum powder, glorified by his place on the breasts of the wives of the coward men. Dinupala Dayata Stana Stali. Stali means place. Lila Stali, place of pastime. Stana Stali, the place of the breast, and the kumkum is lying there. Krishna's original creator, Vedas say, Mula means of the flute song, possesses the glory of innumerable Brahmas. So, Brahma Rashi Mahase, thousands and thousands of Brahmas can't equal one toenail of Krishna's glories. So let's see what Krishna's Kaviraj said. He makes a point. Why does Bill Mangala Thakur say Namaha twice? Once is enough. He said Namaha, Namaha. He's seeing Krishna with his saffron from the gopi's breast on his chest, and he looks very attractive and radiant. So he speaks this verse in amazement. He's overwhelmed so much that he says, Namo Namo, I respect you, I respect you. So, now line 3, the verse says, Venu Gita Gati Mule. So Krishna's Maharaj explains. Krishna has returned to the gopis and embraced them and made them joyful. And he's playing magic with his flute. He's making very sweet songs. And every pore of the flute is emanating vague mantras. And then he goes into a whole long analogy of this and that, which I'm not going to describe. You can read it yourself. In line 4, he talks about all this Brahma Rashi Mahase. So he says, how is it possible that Krishna created this Venu Gita, this song of the flute? He says, not so surprising. Because he created Brahma, and Brahma creates millions of universes. So Krishna is the creator of the creators. So he's created Venu Gita. It's not a big deal. So then he goes in to describe whole pastime, which is cited from Chaitanya Charitamrita. And about the Brahmas and all the Dwarka Lila, all the Brahmas. You don't know that story, right? So you have one head, right?
No.
That's also debatable. But basically, you have one head, but you act like you have 10. Right, because you act like Ravana. Ravana had 10. You guys are competing for his post. Cut off 9, cut off leader 1, cut off 9. When Krishna was fighting Banasura, who was a devotee of Shiva, and then Banasura had 1,000 arms, and Krishna was cutting off his arms like a chainsaw with his chakra. And then Shiva came on the battlefield. He was unconscious for a while. Woke up. He said, "Hey, wait, hold it. Don't cut any more arms off, because he should get liberation. And if he gets liberated, he has 4, so leave 4." So Krishna said, "Okay, I cut off 96, I'll leave 4. So similarly, I won't cut off 10 heads of your Ravana body, I'll cut off 9. I'll leave you 1. Oh, so kind. So Brahma, you have 1 head, you're pretty puffed up. Puffed up, like our old friend. Remember? Puffed up. May she rest in peace. Anyway, so Brahma is really puffed up. He's Chaturmukh Brahma. He has 4 mouths, 4 heads. He came to visit Krishna in Dwarka. And Taruka met him at the gate and said, "Who are you? You don't know who I am, man? Do you use Google?" "I'm Zuckerberg." You get stuff in the mail. Taruka, you get some new shoes and stuff in the mail. I'm Amazon, man. So he said, "I'm Chaturmukh Brahma." Okay, sit down, relax. We see so many big guys come down here. It's nothing new for us. So Taruka went inside and saw Krishna. Said, So there's some guy out there that's really puffed up. So what's his name? He had Chaturmukh Brahma, something like that. Okay, so tell them to come on in. So while he was walking inside the palace, Krishna called all the Brahmas from every universe. Some Brahmas had 8 heads, some had 16, 32, 64, 1 lakh heads, 10 lakhs heads. And Shiva came also. And Shiva had 5 heads, and 10 heads, 100 heads. And they're all hanging out there. In the living room of Krishna. The Brahma came. What's going on? And he felt like a rabbit amidst a herd of elephants. That's what it said. Some places said he felt like a fly amongst elephants. Anyway, he got a rude awakening. He said, my God. You look at 8, 10, 16. So what's the moral of the story?
We are very tiny.
I'm very kind, that's true. But
Be grateful for what you got.
be grateful. No, here's the takeaway. You may have a trouble with false ego, yes? Yes. But you only have 1 head and 1 false ego. But you understand, some guys have 4 heads, 3 heads, they have more false ego. So you're not doing that bad. Relatively speaking, you only have 1 ego that's beating you up, and beating up everyone around you. So that's not bad. Imagine you have 4 egos, 8 egos, and God, everybody would be dead, you know. So you should thank your stars that you're not Brahma, not Chaturmukh, not Astamukh, not Dasamukh, not Eklatmukh. You have 1 head and 1 ego, and it's going to be with you for lifetime. That's the good news. Unless you purify your ego by chanting
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Then we'll get Chaitanya Marjanam. We'll become pure devotees of Darshan Krishna. So, this phrase, this is Gopal Goswami giving commentary now. He's excited about this phrase, Brahma Rashi Mahase. That the poet, he says, Gopal Goswami, says Bilvamangala Thakur is describing Radharani's good fortune in this verse. Why so?
Because Krishna and Krishna.
Because that Danya Kumkum is from Radharani, and she has the fortune to reside on Krishna's chest as a victory flag, a victory of love. Kandharva Jayate. She's defeated Krishna love and left her mark, left her flag, left her mark from her breast on his chest. And this is Brahma Sukh. He's saying Brahma Rashi Mahase means Brahma Sukh. You have the happiness of Brahmananda, the complete bliss of celebration of seeing the form of Krishna. So then he says, Namo Namah. Our obeisance to that Krishna, that Dhanupal, that Gopal, that Dhanugopal, who has been defeated by the love of his pure devotee Radharani. So a devotee, this indicates when a devotee does Krishna bhajan, one experiences millions of times more happiness than Brahmananda. How does Rupa Goswami describe the happiness of Premananda?
Brahmananda validation, Chetanabhini, Nativati Sukhambote, Paramanikulam.
In English, what does it say?
This is, if it is the atom of the bliss from the Premananda, that cannot be compared to the whole Brahmananda. Means it is like not even an atom of
The whole bliss of the totality of Brahmananda cannot be compared to an atom of the bliss of the ocean of Prema. Krishna Prema Bhakti.
1,000 times multiplied, thousands and thousands times multiplied.
Brahma's lifetime. Brahma's Nanda multiplied by Brahma's lifetime is not it.
Not compared. That's what.
Another way to say it, bliss of Prema is a Sindhu, the bliss of Brahman is a Bindu.
Yeah.
Sindhu means ocean, Bindu means dot. Bindi, you say Bindi. If you're married, put a red dot there. It's called Bindi. Bindi means drop. Bindu. Bindu Sarovar. From a teardrop of somebody, create a lake somewhere in Orissa. No, UP. Where is it?
Near Haryana, we will be somewhere.
Yeah, Bindu Sarovar. So, have your choice. Go to Hardware and get a Bindu. Stay in Vrindavan, get a Bindu. Swim in the ocean. Ocean has waves. Sharks, whales. What can you put in a drop? Nothing. So we are proud to be Krishna's servants, and we're experiencing such joy, even crores of Brahma Sukh is nothing to compare to it. So Gopal Bhatta Goswami agrees with me when I say, Seva,
Is bliss.
please. So you're a good company. Radha Raman, Gopal Bhatta, and me. And Bliss. And Seva. More Seva. Let's sleep. More Seva. No sleep. All Seva. Yeah, good. And what does Krishna look like? Gopal Bhatta Goswami asks us. Dena Pala Dayata Stanastali Danya Kunkamasa Nata Kante. This expression means beloved of the cows. It also indicates that Radharani, it indicates Sri Radha. In other words, Krishna's effulgence is powerful because he's blessed with the saffron from Radharani's breast. You know, Gopal Bhatta, who is he? Guna Mantri. So he's prejudiced. Highly prejudiced, so you should understand. He's favoring Radharani. So is that okay with you guys?
Yeah.
Okay. Guys are breathing. Prejudice.
Yeah.
Okay. What can I do? Nothing. Vayukita Gati Mula Vedase. This means the originator of sweet song of the flute and other virtues of music. So let's read a verse again and go on to the next verse. Let's see a verse. I'll read this translation from this way. Oh, God. Psych. These fans are like World War I airplanes. You're going to drop bombs. Okay. I bow again and again to Krishna, whose glowing complexion is embellished, is glorified, is enhanced by the kumkum powder from the breasts of the coward men's wives. He translates dyed as white. Dyed doesn't mean white. Anyway, this is another one. Who is the original creator of the flute song, who possessed the glory of innumerable Brahmas. So let's look at 79, verse 79, and commentary. So yam vilasa marali ninad amriyena satchan nudanchitam idam mama karma yugmam ayati me naina bandar ananya bandar ananda kandalita keli kataksha lakshmi.
78.
Oh, what happened? 78 got cut out of. Poor guy. Must feel lonely. Sorry, man. Thank you. 78. Riyu Kwanam Nupura Mantrena Balena Padambuja Palavena Anusmaran Manjalavena Gita Mayati Me Jivitam Atakeli. Shri Krishna is my life and soul. Me Jivatam. He's approaching gently. His anklets are tinkling softly on his feet. His feet are as tender as lotus petals. He's walking gracefully, sensuously musing about his sweet Venu. That's quite an interesting translation. Let's see another one. Okay. As I said, this verse 78, 77, 8, 9, 80 are all the experiences of Sakshat Darshan of Bilmangala Thakur. How he's experienced Krishna's approaching him. So imagine what it's going to be like, because you're not going to approach Krishna. You have to just sit wherever you are, do bhajan, and Krishna will come to you. There's nothing you can do to find Krishna except bhajan. Bhajan means to sit in one place and meditate on Krishna, chant his holy name, and pray and wait. And according to his sweet will, he will give us darshan. He will approach us. Everywhere you read someone having darshan, they're sitting doing something. Dhruva Maharaj, Narada Muni, everyone, they're sitting. They're not looking anywhere. They're sitting, doing bhajan and meditating. Gopal Kumar was just sitting in one place in Govardhan. He traveled all over the universe in his mind. He didn't change his body. He didn't become a king. He didn't become Brahma. It was all a mental experience. It was all in the mind. He was in one lifetime, he had all that experience. He traveled the whole universe. Some people don't understand that descriptions, so they give all kinds of, he went there for so many lifetimes and this. We have to do the same thing. It's not like that at all. He sat in one place in Govardhan where he was born, where he grew up, where he got initiated. He got initiated by Yamuna, because Yamuna used to flow right from Nandagram down to Varsana to Govardhan, and after Govardhan, by Chandrasura, it went towards Vrindavan. There's a village down there by south of Dangati called Yamuna Mata. It's called Yamuna Mata, and there's still sand there where the Yamuna flowed. Sand and yellow earth that washed down from the Himalayas. So even to this day, there's a village called Yamuna Mata, because Yamuna was flowing right there. So Gopal Kumar was from Govardhan, so he went to the banks of Yamuna, met his guru and got initiated. Or read the story. He went to Yamuna. It wasn't down in Keshigat. It wasn't down in Keshigat. It was right at Govardhan. So his whole experience of being a king, being Brahma, going to Tapaloka, that was all here. It's like you go to sleep at night, you go to Tapaloka. Dharkaloka, discos, rock concerts, wherever you go, you go. So that should be understood. So these verses are the experience of how, what does he hear, what does he see, what does he feel when Krishna approaches them. So he says in verse 78, here comes my life, Jivatam. He has a very sporting attitude. What does that mean? When you have a sporting attitude, you're happy. So that means when Krishna approaches his Premi Bhakta, he's happy. He's coming to reward that Vaishnava or that Vaishnava. You're successful. I want to see you. I want to give you darshan. I want to speak to you. I want to touch you. I want to embrace you. Are you ready? Atakeli, sporting attitude. He slowly approaches. He doesn't come running. It's like some movie. Lovers run across the beach. The guy picks up his lover, twirls around 100 times. Their feet go out like that. Sweeps her off her feet. He falls down. He's still weak. No, they cut that scene. He slowly approaches on tender lotus feet, surrounded with tinkling anklets. He remembers different songs and plays flute music. So it's like a victory march. Like when you get victorious in war, they blow trumpets, they make big drums. It's a celebration of victory. So it's a celebration of victory of the devotee over Maya. Devotee conquers Maya and attracts Krishna. So Krishna proclaims the victory of his devotee by playing his flute. Avasvara Manjula Vinagita. He plays very soft. Manjula means very soft. Manjula means very soft, very charming. He remembers some very charming tunes. Very soothing, comforting tunes to reassure his devotee that all the suffering is over, all your struggle is over. Now you're going to the spiritual world. I'm coming to take you there. Now it's time to smile. Now it's time to enjoy. The battle is over. You won the war. So let's see the commentary. Krishna's Maharaj says, the Shuk is having darshan of Krishna walking towards him from a distance. Krishna has just finished dancing rasa dance with the gopis. Now he's having another pastime of walking towards the Shuk. So the Shuk was inside the rasa dance, seeing it, experiencing, hearing it. Now he's on the sidelines. And Krishna stopped dancing. He says, hey girl, what are you doing over there? I know you. You know me? Hey, he's coming my way. B? You look this way, that way. Must be some gopi near me. No, it's just me. He's coming to me. Earlier in this book, this of course towards the end of the book, this is the last third of the book. There's 112 verses. Early in the book, in verse 34, he was praying in meditation. he was praying, Bilamangal Thakur, when will Krishna break my meditation with playing his flute? All glories to Krishna. He has granted my prayer. He will declare this joyfully in the next 4 verses. Krishna is coming, my life and soul, my Jivatam. He's coming with all his divine pastime. He's coming to collect me, to pick me up, to take me to his feet. How is Krishna's arrival? Krishna doesn't come with a lot of fanfare, like a king coming into a village. Big elephants, big parade, big noise, big disturbance. Krishna comes very quietly, comes very silently, very softly. He's just walking very lightly on his feet, playing a very soothing Manjula Vena Gita, Manjula Gita, very gentle, charming, slow song on his flute. Krishna's courage is described. He's walking very gently and gracefully. Krishna's feet are soft as lotus petals. His anklets are tinkling sweetly. He's submerged in his own love play, Atakeli. Govindadas Kaviraj describes how Krishna looks like when he walks. His beautiful body resembles the color of blue lotus, blue sapphire, cudgel, or fresh rain clouds. Peacock feathers decorate his stylishly arranged hair. His face is surrounded with curls of dark hair look like clouds. When young girls see Krishna, they lose themselves. His sweet lips have a seductive smile. So when he glances, sidelong glances at the gopis, their modesty gets destroyed. Shyness goes out the window. He's walking very gracefully, very slowly. His ankle bells are tingling. Govinda Das says, all glories to my sweet Shama Sundar, who makes thousands of love gods faint. In other words, Krishna is the ultimate Gandharva Sima, the limit of Gandharva, limit of Cupids, Gandharva. Madan Mohan. Gopal Bhatta Goswami's commentary. This verse describes that Lila Shuk has obtained the topmost stage of Bhakti Bhajan. He's having direct darshan, seeing Krishna in front of him, and describing his arrival. He's saying, Jivatam, Jivatam, my life and soul Krishna is approaching me. I want to ask you, when will that day come? When will Krishna approach each one of us? We'll see his form, we'll hear his angle bells. Maybe we'll even play a tune on his flute for us. What a great darshan, what a great moment, what a great invitation. So Gopal Bhatta Goswami asked the question, how is he saying that this experience is jivatam, it's life and soul? But he says, Atta Keli. Keli means what? Sports, play, love play. Atta means excessive, amazing. Atta Keli. So Gopal Bhatta says that Krishna is walking on his soft soft feet, and his movements are very sensuous. And its dancing movements. Krishna's remembering a very sweet flute song that's spellbinding and hypnotizing and enchanting my heart. The sweet tinkling sound of his angle bells and his captivating flute is arousing passion in the Rajagopis. What happens to Radharani? Radharani's cooking in Barsana, but she hears Krishna's flute in Gavarvan. Krishna comes to Gavarvan. Where's Gavarvan? It's between Brahma Parvat and Man Mandir. Brahma Parvat is where Radharani's palace is in Barsana. And Mangar is another mountain. There's 4 mountains. Vilaskar, Mangar, Brahmagar, etc. So in Gavarvan, that's the farthest. Gavar means caves. The caves in the mountain between Brahma Parvat and Mankutir. Krishna's in a cave playing the flute. Radharani's in Barsana kitchen, the palace kitchen, cooking. And one poet named Chandidas, famous poet, he writes that experience. When Radharani hears Krishna's flute, what happens?
Her garments loosen.
When Radharani hears Krishna's flute, what happens to Radharani?
She leaves every other activity she was doing.
She leaves every other activity and runs.
She was doing.
What?
She leaves every other activity and runs.
Maybe.
She
She becomes bewildered. One time Radharani was in Yavat, and she was churning, like ferociously churning a big pot. It was supposed to be yogurt, but it was water. She had her eyes closed. She just remembered Krishna, like churning to her. And she's still again, see you Pago, Pago daughter, you crazy daughter, you're remembering that black guy. Go to your room. You can't go out to Sri Puja today. You're cracked. She was churning water. So that's what happens when Radharani remembers Krishna. She becomes a little crazy. So Chaitanya says this. The whole song. Baba translates it. When I don't know what happens when I hear the music of Krishna's flute. Although I'm making sour chutney, I suddenly throw red chili. I throw chili paste in it. So chutney is supposed to be sweet, not fiery like red peppers. And when I'm cooking leafy vegetables, I fill the whole pot with overflowing with water. So the leafy vegetables turn to mush. I don't notice it. Actually, when I hear the flute, I forget how to cook. I hear it and take betel nuts and roast them in ghee. Are you supposed to roast betel nuts? Betel nuts are eaten raw. You cut them into little pieces and mix them and pan leave them. So she roasts them like peanuts. The flute Krishna plays churns my heart so much that I'm making neem soup and I throw lemons in it. That's not a good idea. Neem soup is bitter. Bitter and lemons don't mix together. Neem soup is neem soup. So she's going crazy. So that's that. Now, a commentator named Chaitanya says, these 4 verses, 78, 9, 81, or maybe 77. Lila Shuka is describing Krishna's arrival. He's saying, my Jivatam, Krishna, is coming towards me with gentle steps. He is approaching softly, gently. He is remembering his love sports with Radharani. Therefore, he's sending messages of love through his flute. So Krishna, he says, Anusmara. What does that mean? He said, Anusmaran Manjula Vena Gita. What does it mean?
Constant remembrance of the sweet song of the Tikas.
Anu means following or one after another. Anu. Smaran. Krishna is remembering Radharani's loving pastimes one after another as he's walking to the Bilvamangala Thakur. He's remembering this pastime, that pastime, this loving pastime, that loving pastime. And that remembrance is transforming into a song. Like somebody thinks of something, they're thinking of their lover, they write a love song. So he's thinking of his lover and he sings, he plays the Manjula Vena Gita. So Chaitanya Das says Bilvamangala Thakur is seeing Krishna, so he's coming to me, but he's not thinking about me. It's like a guy. Guy's walking with a girl. So he has his arm around one girl, and he's on his way to meet another girl, and in his mind there's a third girl. So this guy is not too chased. So Krishna is on his way to meet the devotee. He's going to the devotee, but he's remembering Radharani. Because he never forgets Radharani. He's always remembering Radharani. So that's verse 78. So tomorrow we'll do verse 79. Oh wait, did I do it coming? Yeah. That was coming to. So tomorrow we'll do verse 79. And 80, I suppose. Jai Jai, no Harinam today also. Too hot. Jai Jai Shri Radha. I'm defeated.